Welcome back, everybody. I've finally got another battle for you. I am so glad that I didn't have to rebreed this. Sword and Shield added a function that allows you to reset your moveset to level up default and use the Pokemon in the current ranked. Unfortunately, a Alolan Persian is not yet allowed in said ranked, so we're gonna do it on the battle spot this time. I mean, just free battles. This is a Sparse team, and the Raichu avoided the Snarl. Is it Bright Powder? Well, he's definitely using Thunder and Hurricane to take advantage of that weather boost. But I got an eject button. I decided to go with it this time instead of, I believe, the Focus Sash. Straight into Dunsparce, and Trick Room is active. Now, Dunsparce is the fastest thing on the field. Let's Aromatic Mist, raise special defense. These are both special attackers, so I need to focus on Aromatic Mist over Coil. But since I have full HP, let's Coil anyway. Hurricane again. Citrus Berry. I get to survive a couple more. Thunder again. Dunsparce. It's at +1 against a +0. That was 1/3 damage. It may not look very heartening, but not very many people like to double focus. Another Hurricane and Confusion. Thunder. A little less damage, but Paralysis, that's gonna hurt. Dunsparce, Paralysis, it's now slower than the Aromatisse. Let's Roost. I doubled in with the Heal Pulse since one was confused and the other was paralyzed. If one failed, then the other would have a chance. Hurricane again, Thunder again. Reduce from 1/3 to 1/4. Coil up. Please don't be confused. Good. Aromatic Mist. I'm now at +2. I mean, +3 now. Sorry. Another Hurricane, and I am in the red. Thunder, I am in the yellow. Rain is over. He now no longer has perfect accuracy. He's likely either going to Dynamax or switch out. He chose to switch out. I'm guessing neither of his Pokemon had a water move. And why did you use Fake Out? Did you misclick? Were you going for Protect or something? I doubt it's because you're a Keyberry Seismitoad. In fact, since this is an after recording, I know so. Raichu is switched out now. Pelipper's in. Stab Thunder wasn't enough, so he's probably going for Rain Boosted Hydro Pump or something. Another Coil. Aromatisse is no longer confused, and I went for the Aromatic Mist. He gave me a free turn to reset the Trick Room. Sludge Bomb, that's why he went Seismitoad. Although, I'm kind of surprised that he didn't Dynamax into Max Ooze to raise his special attack. Let's take advantage of that with the Rock Slide, and Pelipper, that's a one-shot. Goodbye. If you don't want to run the Metronome on this Dunsparce, I might recommend the Moringa Berry to get your special defense up even higher. Muddy Water can lower accuracy, but it's already pretty high on both my Pokemon thanks to Psych Up. Oh, here's his Dynamax. Is it going to be Max Ooze? No, it's the Ludicolo. Is he going for Max Hydro Pumps under Rain with Stab? Paralysis. Failure. Instruct. Yeah, another reason against the Metronome is that the damage got reset with that Paralysis. Not very good damage off of that. And my defense and special defense is close enough that I can't tell which is which. But Let's see what happens here. Paralysis again. I am not getting my metronome. However, I went with the stored power to try to KO the Ludicolo. Thing is, at +0 special attack, Oranguru is not the best attacker. Thankfully, by setting the grassy terrain, I'm getting a lot of extra healing off this. I don't have to worry so much. I'm the tank and you gave me healing. Passive free healing. Protect, it's a really situational move. If you want to replace it with something else, I wouldn't be against it. What can Dunsparce learn? It's like, I'm too tanky for this opponent. And his Dynamax is over. He wasted it. You should have gone with the Seismitoad Max Ooze. Raise the attack, all your attack damage. Yeah, what are some good moves for Dunsparce for coverage? Dragon Rush also has a flinch chance. We're using Serene Grace. That's a good combo. We're using the Rock Slide already. It gets Hex now? Interesting. Ghost lowers defense, so you can get extra damage off of that when you're out of Dynamax. But Hex is special. Iron Tail can raise your physical defense as Dynamax. This opponent's over, and next up, looks like we got some heavy hitters on the opponent. Chlorophyll Venusaur, Dragapult, Mimikyu. If that thing sets up a Swords Dance under disguise, it's good. It's the Lapras and Mimikyu. What's he going for? Oh yeah, there's a new Isle of Armor move tutor that teaches Skitter Smack, bug type attack that lowers the opponent's special attack. Since it has no natural way to raise its special defense aside from Aromatic Mist, Skitter Smack can give you some extra tankiness, and also has the same effect if you have to Dynamax Dunsparce, so extra bonus for you. The opponent is Dynamaxing out of the gate. It's the G-Max Lapras. What is it gonna do? I'm gonna Aromatic Mist, of course. I need to get my stats up, and I have not yet seen a Swords Dance from this Mimikyu. Besides, under Trick Room, I am slower, hence faster. And even if he does Swords Dance, I have the Charm. He can't really do much to me. The Aurora Veil is set up. Ooh, played rough. Pretty strong. I'm not gonna survive another. But let's see what happens here. Aromatic Mist again, get myself up to +2. I now have 2 coils as well. G-Max Resonance a second time, this time into the Aromatisse. Probably figured that would be enough to get the KO. He doubled in with the Wood Hammer. Why the Wood Hammer? For water on water? Well, Oranguru's out, +2 special defense, ×3 coil. And the Lapras outslows Oranguru. So almost half HP gone there. And set the rain for extra damage coming out of Dynamax. Psych up a little late, but at least I got there before the Mimikyus play rough. pretty good. I just love these sweeping camera angles. We just need, for the next DLC, a versus recorder that can actually capture all those angles. And just imagine dynamic camera during the battle in your recording. Next up is Rurisk. Please say I pronounced that right. What are these names from? I don't recognize them. It seems like these are a reference to maybe an anime. I hit both with a snarl. I can't really lower special attack on that Gengar otherwise. Not to mention, yeah, that was a good call. Poison, however, will hurt. Drain Punch, I saw that coming. Super effective, heal yourself off. But that activates my eject button. Sparse is in for free. And rather than go straight for the Trick Room, I did not know who would be slower. I forgot the speed tiers here. So I went with the Charm. That's a fighting type with Stab. If he decided to go Max Knuckle, I could have been in trouble. Sludge Bomb again. I survived that turn. Drain Punch. Outspeeds before I can coil, so that's half damage. Now it's going to be thirded damage. And Trick Room is now up. Aromatisse, you're going to survive only one more turn. You need to get me an Aromatic Mist. Thank you. So now at 2 coil, 1 Aromatic Mist. Does he ignore the Aromatisse to focus on the Dunsparce? Nope. The poison might have knocked me out that turn, might have been 2 turns. Either way, it was not the threat. Oranguru is in. Let's coil again. Raise my attack, defense, and accuracy, and Psych Up. This is 3 coils, 1 Aromatic Mist. And the Dark type is using Foul Play. Makes sense, that's his strongest attack now, since it does not use his own attack stat. Rock Slide. Take out the Gengar. That fighting type, Scrafty, resists, probably is a physical tank. Instruct. This will not be split damage, but Cursed Body disabled the move. I guess Metronome really isn't as viable here. Go with the Moringa Berry. Salazzle, that can have a Focus Sash. Thing is, that Rock Slide was my only attacking move on Dunsparce. Technically. I also have access to the Max Rockfall. That Dynamax looks so small for some reason. Does anyone else think that? It's like you're used to the Dynamax being huge, but that's more long than huge. Stored power. If that was a Focus Sash, the sand would have knocked it out after. Win-win for me. Thunder Punch, nada. Sand was more than the Thunder Punch. And it's that Scrafty is holding the leftovers. In comes... Yikes. Who's he Dynamaxing? Is he going for the Max Knuckles? No! He wants to remove my rain. I mean, he wants to remove my sand with rain. Drain Punch. That's good damage. Stored power. Again, good damage. Max Geyser. 36 damage from a Toxapex Max Geyser. And I'm not a rock type either, I'm pure normal. I don't get the special defense boost or anything. Thankfully, since Trick Room wore off, I can reset the sand. And everyone's taking damage. Thing is, I hadn't noticed that Trick Room was over. Maybe I would have used Trick Room instead. Well, done Sparse. It needs to survive the turn. Drain Punch. Blocked. I stored powered again. Yeah, I really should have noticed that Trick Room was gone. Sandstorm Buffeting. I'm pretty sure that I used Max Coil for the Max Guard, because I wanted to see this interaction. What would happen if I used Instruct on what was a Max move? Scrafty, it had the outspeed. He knew that Oranguru did not have a single move to hurt him. All he had to do was knock out the Dunsparce's 6 HP and he won. Well, now we know. Instruct does not work going out of Dynamax either. Let's fight. But now that he's rested, I'm given a chance. I can Roost, Instruct, Roost. Near full HP, and then Rock Slide. Doesn't look like much, but remember, I have Metronome. Next turn, I'll do 20% more damage. Following turn, 40% more from original. Then 60, that'll be a KO for sure. Rock Slide. And I reset Trick Room so that I can get in more attacks before he wakes up. Leftovers, it's not going to be enough. I calculated that in. Battle's effectively over. Instruct to win. Hope you guys enjoyed that battle. Maybe consider Moringa Berry over Metronome. Have fun if you want to copy this.